You are listening and watching to a very special podcast. All right, messieurs and mademoiselles, let us continue. Sorry if I'm doing a stereotypical Spanish accent very poorly, but I don't know. I'm not trying to be offensive, but I know some Spanish people have a few accents in their voices, which I deeply admire because it's really cool to hear a little accent, and it sounds very, very beautiful to me. But anyway, let's move on, shall we? Okay. Marina was having those visions in her head. Not just dreams, but she was having visions that Gloria was going to be in huge trouble with these monsters surrounding her. And she was screaming for help, but nobody could help her. No one. She couldn't even hear or breathe. Marina jumped in horror. She found that everyone was asleep, and they somehow were sleeping in the church of the pews. Even though the church did not have any other rooms, still, Marina felt this was not too comfortable, but it was nice of them to let them rest here. Marina looked up to see Zeus Christo, the great savior. So then, she began to sit up, kneel herself, and then she put her hands together to pray. And she said, "Please, I don't know what these visions mean, and I'm scared. I'm scared of what is happening. Please, please help us. I beg of you," she said while whispering. Just then, there was a big crash sound. Immediately, everyone else woke up. "Man!" Ichiya exclaimed. "Huh? What the heck is going on?" Hibiki asked. He managed to wake up fully when he heard some sort of animalistic cry. This made Jenny scared, and she held on to Hibiki. Hibiki held her close too. Nathan was startled. "Oh my, I never heard of this cry before," he remarked. "What the heck?" Marina wondered, getting up on her feet. Then they heard that sound again, but it was closer. Marina looked around, but she stopped when she saw a tall, white pail of a man. But it looked like a creature to her. It looked out of shape a bit, very, very thin, and somehow a bit strange. My, how frightening. What is that? Marina thought to herself. The monster took notice of the people in the church and began to screech. That's when all attack mode went. The others managed to escape from the church. It was still unlocked, although there was one door that was locked and they couldn't get out through there, but they managed to get out from the other doors. As they were running, they stopped halfway to catch their breath. Marina was quite shaken by what she saw. Just then, she thought she felt someone tapped her shoulder. Marina felt her face froze with terror. She slowly turned around. She nearly jumped when she saw it was a man in a top hat, a waistcoat, trousers, and of course, he looked strangely attracted. He then spoke in that British tone. "Pardon me," he said. "Is something wrong?" Marina managed to gasp for breath. "Si, senor. I'm so sorry that I didn't see you there. There was a monster in there. A monster in the church. The man turned over. Just then, Gloria came out. What happened? Are you guys all right? I heard one of the doors slammed open. What's going on? She asked. Gloria, there's somebody in there. There's a monster. A monster? Where? In there. Gloria went to check. After a few moments, she came out and said, I'm sorry. I don't see anything. It was right there. I swear. Marina said, maybe it's gone. But I did find something. I found its footsteps and prints all over. I heard a bit of a sound. I thought it was just you guys in your sleep. But then that sound didn't even seem human. Gloria said. Then she took notice of the man that spoke in that British accent. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't notice you. Who are you? Gloria asked. Formalities. I'm terribly sorry. I didn't mean to intrude, but I was just taking for a nice stroll, and then I noticed she came out very distressed of seeing a monster. I'm Benjamin Hallows. How do you do? He said. Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you, she said, shaking his hand. Marina felt something was a little off. Why would he be taking a stroll at this hour? She had to ask that question. Although she didn't want to sound nosy, she had to be polite and ask, Well, senor, I want to know something, and please forgive me if I sound too brash, but what kind of man like you would be doing out at this hour? However, Benjamin chuckled a bit, as if she made a joke, but she didn't. He said, Well, my dear, you're going to think this is very crazy, but I had a nightmare and I couldn't sleep, so I decided to come out here. It's a beautiful night out. Then he pointed up and said, Look at that. Marina looked up, and then her eyes. Stars were brightly shone in the sky. It was a beautiful sight. Oh, I can see. It must be a full moon out. Gloria gasped at the sight. Oh, yes, I heard. Wow, would you look at that? You could see the sky. Marina grinned. She had never seen the sky look this wonderful with all those stars. It was like they could make a diamond necklace. Quite nicely. But it felt good. Good enough for her, of course. Marina then looked a little embarrassed. I'm sorry, senor. Forgive me, Don't be. I'm terribly sorry I startled you. You looked as if you saw a ghost or something. If I did, I would be considered crazy. Well, there is such thing as a holy ghost, you know. True. Very true. Of course. Terribly sorry. I must be getting back. I will see you on another time. He managed to give a nice polite wave and went away. But Marina could not shake the feeling that maybe he was hiding something, this Ben guy. And the last name, Hallows? She never heard such a last name. It was quite odd to her. Very, very odd. But she couldn't know for sure. So she managed to keep herself at a distance. She did not want to cause anybody else trouble, but she was sure as heck that no one was going to be able to know the truth of what really is of this man, and perhaps of the monster. Marina noticed everyone seemed a bit skeptical about that Ben guy, too. He said, "I have a feeling maybe he might have sent that monster in there." "How can you be so sure, senor? You don't know if he did. I mean, it could be a possibility, but, it could be true. Who knows?" Gloria said, "I'm sorry, you guys, but I believe it's almost near 4. Do you guys need any more rest? I'm sorry, we don't even have any beddings. The last time we did, somebody burned them all." "Oh, you're kidding. Damn. Well, whatever. I hope you don't mind. I don't mean to leave, but I think maybe Master Fabian must be worried about us." "Oh, I don't mind. Really. I'll tell my brother about it. I'm so sorry about all this." No trouble. Just give him my regards. Tell him I really do appreciate him." Gloria nodded with a grin. "I will. Thank you guys so much. Maybe I'll come by to the agency of Evermore if that's okay." "See, we'll be happy to see you." So, Marina and the others managed to get back to Evermore, and Marina never felt safe and comfortable in her own bed. Well, that's it for now. Stay tuned because we got more coming your way. I'm Captain Donovan, and I'll see you next time. Ta-ta. Bye.